Hey, see if this fits. Hey guys, basically I'm coming to you guys today with a story time. As you see the title, it was ages ago. Certain people that I know, even my own family who's probably gonna watch this, do not know about this story. So I feel like this is gonna be a shock to many, and I feel like it's gonna be like a whoa, Vanessa. Basically, this is a time in my life that I was young and I wasn't a wild child. I was just like, ooh, you know, like, ooh, let me have a taste, you know, not knowing what it tastes like. I was 15 when I decided to go to my first carnival. Carnival is basically a festival that happens every once a year in August, and the whole of South London is there. The whole London package is there. Everyone goes to carnival. Music, there's food, activities, performances. Okay, dancing. You're literally dancing your way through loads of crossroads and one big road filled with thousands and thousands of people. It was just foundation, eyebrows and red lipstick and a grey short skirt. This is the place that every girl gets finessed and harassed by men. Boys, the men, the uncles, the dads, the fathers, the granddads are moving to you. Obviously, I'm getting dragged from men different sides, and obviously I'm just trying to have a good time. So obviously the music's playing. Come to the end of carnival and we're at the entrance waiting for my other friends because we lost them. So whilst I'm waiting now, I see this guy approach me and he puts his big arm around my neck. I told him I'm a small girl, and then he's like, no, but 18 ain't bad. Just like, do you know what, 18 is my limit and you won't go away and you're just there trying to edge up yourself for me. So then obviously I give in and I give him my number to go away. He's 18, he goes uni, he's from my country. Great. So let's call him D. I'm not saying his real name, but this is D. D hollers me now and is like, oh Vanessa, why don't you come and see me? I'm like, where do you live? Because obviously I'm around. He's like, oh, I live here. And I'm like, D, you live so far away from me. I'm a 15-year-old girl spending money to go to that far place. Like, yeah, just come. And he lives on his own. So I was flattered. I was like, oh my god, this guy lives on his own. He's older. Like, yeah. And obviously it comes to the point where I go and see him now. And like, we get along so well. We laugh. He gives me money. And a few months passed and eventually we was in a relationship. And you guys will see why I'm doing this, because it wasn't a relationship. He asks me out over the phone and stuff like that. We talk every night on the phone without fail, every day. I always go to his house like twice a week and stuff, even after school. So then obviously, me being a girl now, I like to like investigate people that no one I know knows of. See, no one knew him, so it was up to me to explore. And I should have done this before I said yes into being in a relationship, but me being stupid, I just waited until after. So obviously I decided to search up his name on Instagram, Twitter and literally every social media because I knew his full name. So I searched him up, yeah, and then obviously I don't know why, but I clicked on this one girl that was constantly liking his pics. I saw her pictures and it was nothing to worry about, because I personally, God forgive me if I'm being so right now, but she was in no competition with me, and I just thought that could have been his sister or his cousin. Well, let me scroll down, and to my surprise, I see pictures of him and her together. So obviously I call him. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Those lies there, he basically made me look crazy. He said he didn't know what I was talking about. So then obviously, now, a couple other months went by, and then I was talking on the phone to him, and this is just after I put money in his account. Me being 15, don't ask me how I got money, but I would save up my pocket money every week for myself. But obviously this guy was come to the point where he was hungry, so I put money in his account for him. After that now, he calls me and is like, we're just talking. He's like, Vanessa? I'm like, yes. He says, what would you do if I had a girlfriend I've been with for 3 years, but I also wanted you? I was like, how does that even work? He was like, she can be my wife and you can be my girlfriend. I already know what I am in this situation, because there's no way you can have a wife you've been with for 3 years and have me you've been with for 6 months. I know what I was. I wanted to confirm whether this was going on. So I was like, is this what is going on? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. I ended it there and then. It's been like a year now and I haven't spoken to this guy because he actually was with that Instagram girl who I saw the pictures of. So a couple more months later now, I receive a phone call. To my surprise, it's him. After this long phase of not talking to him, I went through some things that I don't really want to mention, that only a couple of my friends know of. And I tried to like talk to him when we was in that good spot, and he didn't want to know me and he didn't care and he didn't try to help me either. So I really hated this guy before I received this phone call. So he calls me now and I'm just like, hello. He's like, it's Diggy. I'm like, okay, so what? Because I've been preing your girlfriend's Twitter and she is constantly talking about y'all, like you guys getting married and so. I'm just like, what? Like, what now? He's like, Vanessa, I'm so sorry, I'm not with her anymore, like I really want you. You know, all those words that they say to you to like lure you in. I fell for that. This time I'm 16 now. So Tutu, he's like, you Vanessa, I'm gonna pick you up because I just passed my driving, I was like, okay, well, you know, we're not like that anymore. And then he's like, Vanessa, I just want to prove you, I was like, okay, come pick me up then. So he comes and picks me up because he's passed his driving and now he can officially drive. So he comes and pick me up in this black car. So obviously we're in the car now and it's a bit awkward and a bit intense, but he's making me smile and stuff. So then obviously I used to brush my hair and stuff. We're in the car, I'm just brushing my hair. He's like, Vanessa? I'm like, yes. He's like, Vanessa, you can't brush your hair in the car. What do you say?
You cannot brush your hair in the car. You have to step outside the car to brush your weave and then come back inside the car.
Like, okay. By God's grace, yeah, something told me to go and scope his ex-girlfriend's Twitter. So obviously I know her username off by heart because I've been on it so many times. And I see that she's passed her driving. So obviously I'm in the car and I'm doing this. He don't know what I'm doing on my phone. So I'm just like, okay, she's passed her driving. And she's bought herself a car. A black car. So for those who are watching now, I hope you've seen what's gone on here. Because I couldn't at the time. He picked me up in his ex-girlfriend's car. He told me not to brush my weave because he didn't want strands to be lurking around so he would get his little ass caught out. So at this point my blood was boiling. So I said, listen D, drop me home now. I Instagram his ex-girlfriend. By the way, this is no longer his ex-girlfriend. He was still with his girlfriend. I message her and I tell her everything from A to Z. This girl is confused like a madman. She's like, who is this small girl like all up in my DMs talking about my boyfriend cheating on me with her, and like, who is this person? So she was like, who are you? I was like, listen, I know his full name, I know his house address. I gave her all that information to prove that I know your boyfriend. So I told her everything. I said, listen, I'm so sorry. Like, he said he wanted both of us. He was cheating on you with me. I told him to go, to just leave me alone. So obviously she takes my number now, and I'm on the phone to her friend while she's in the background because I think she's shy to talk to me. So we was arguing now, and then her friend would ask me questions like, so how long have you known Dave? How long has it been? Have you guys done this? Have you guys done that? What all types of questions. I'm just like, first of all, I met him at Carnival and he told me he was 18 and he goes to Kent. She was like, hold on. How old did he say he was? I said he was 18 and he went to Kent University. He's not 18. He's 24 and he doesn't go to that uni. 24 when I was 15. There was a time when I was in his house, and then obviously I look at him and I'm like, D, you know, you look really old. You look older than 18, you know. He's like, Vanessa, how could you say that? I was like, what did I say? Like, don't ever say I look old again. Like, I'm really offended. Like, why would you say that? I'm just like, are you really getting upset because I said you look older? So obviously I'm feeling like, oh my god, that I really must have offended him. So I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, you don't look old, you look your age. I was like, da-da-da. He's like, it's alright, it's alright. Nigga was actually 24 playing the whole innocent thing with me. I tried to sympathise with her as much as possible, but she was obviously in this. She wasn't having it because apparently they was going to get married and have kids and stuff. You're with a girl for 3 years and you're denying her as if she deserves such a treatment. When I told her my age, she shut down completely because it's like your boyfriend is cheating on you with a 15-year-old. After all that now, I see this guy in my area one time. So now obviously I'm walking with my friends now and I didn't realise he was there. And someone pinches me away from my friends. I'm like, the second time I see this guy was at one of my friends' 18th birthday parties in a club. So obviously I know everyone here because everyone's my age and we're having a good time. And guess who I see in an 18-year-old club's 18-year-old birthday party? D. So I decided to step my distance and he saw me. So obviously I'm like, shit. So then obviously he approached me like, hey Vanessa. I was like, okay. And I ignored him. He's like, Vanessa, all I've done is been nice to you. I was like, first of all, you ain't been nice. You lied about your age to me. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry. And obviously, whilst we're arguing, I see one of my male friends looking from afar. And he's a psycho, innit? So I didn't want him to come over, but he did. So he's like, Vanessa, is there any problem here? And I was like, well, since you're here, you might as well help me because this guy's harassing me. So I told my friend D's harassing me because he was. Then my friend said, they were talking things out. And then my friend said, if this guy does anything to you again, Vanessa, let me know. I was like, thanks, I like the support and stuff, but I'm not going to let you know because you're a psycho. Obviously, I scoped the room because I'm scoping the room. And I see D over there groping little girls' bums. Bearing in mind, everyone in the club is 18 or younger. So you're there groping little girls' bums, have a girlfriend, harassing me, moving to little girls. At this point, I just thought, Vanessa, you really was with a paedophile. You really was with a sick man. A couple months go by, and by the way, I'm the type of person to be at every event. So I went to the Ghana party in the parks. I see this bastard again. I see him again. So he sees me now. He's like, Vanessa, why was you screwing my girl? She said you were screwing her. Oh my god. I was laughing hard. I was thinking, your girl is not even worthy of being screwed. So he's there accusing me of screwing his girlfriend, which I did not do, in order to argue with me. So we ended up having a big argument in this amazing, calm society full of Ghanaians. And we're arguing. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get girls to beat you and your cousin up. And obviously, me and my cousin ain't got to have it. So we was there trying to defend ourselves. Like, come then, bring your girls. Bring the girls. And we must have picked up glass bottles off the floor. So obviously, we're standing there and people can see what's going on. And some guys must have pulled me away because they were trying to say, oh, they're just little girls, this, that. And I'm just like, yeah, we're little girls because you're a pervert. I was fucking pervert. But people were laughing. So obviously, that ended. No girls came to beat us up and we just went about our day. I had a hard life lesson. I kid you not to tarnish his name or even try to embarrass him, but he actually was a sick person. So I was 15 and I was in year 10 in secondary school, and there'll be times when I'd go over to his house in my uniform, and I remember when we was arguing, he tried to say that he didn't know how old I was, when really and truly he definitely knew. Came to your house in my bright red jumper from secondary school and came to your house. Like, you really didn't know how old I was. When I told him I had school, I had homework, Can you believe that above all, he tried to say he didn't know how old I was? This person was like a buddy to me, and we just turned out to be the worst of enemies because you're a liar, a cheat, and quite frankly a paedophile in this case. But I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you have me on Snapchat, I always ask you guys, the people on my Snapchat, whether I should post this or whether I should upload that. If you haven't got me on Snapchat, Florist1, and yeah, see you guys in my next video.